The man has about 1 billion followers on Twitter at @SMoss. He's been on the show before, so I'm thrilled when people come back, especially when it is somebody who I've been following and known for quite some time. On CSI Cyber now every Wednesday, including tonight and Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern on CBS, America's most watched network, through the end of Season 2 of CSI Cyber next month. Shad Moss, good to see you, sir.
What's going on? You too, Rick.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Good. So you heard the question we were asking before the break about if somebody's coming back from space and may not know about the sports world for the last year. What's the first thing you would tell this person that happened?
Well, I listened to you guys' answers. That was great. Steph, that's incredible. Peyton Manning winning. Yeah, of course. I would say Ronda Rousey taking the first L.
There you go.
You stopped, right? That's a good one, right?
Ronda Rousey took her first loss.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey took her first loss, and how she took the loss. That's what I would tell her.
That Holly Holm just took her out within almost the same amount of time that Ronda takes other people out.
Exactly. Yeah, that was shocking.
See, now, one of those things, though, it's just, did you see it live? Did you pay to see it live?
I didn't see it live.
It's one of those things that, what happened, like 3 in the morning, you had to wait and wait.
Yeah, because they were like in another country when they fought, right?
Yes, and it's like, and Ronda's fights could be fit in a vine, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, so that's part of the reason why I wasn't watching it live.
Yeah, it was crazy. Actually, I was in Vegas in a group of friends. They're like, the fight, and I'm thinking, well, there's no fight in Vegas. Like, what do you mean the fight?
Right.
And it was because it was in another country.
Yep.
But when I checked Instagram and I saw how it happened, it was just like,
wow.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, we had Holly Holm in about a week later, and I wouldn't want to step in a ring with her.
No, definitely not. And I'm hearing this is a rematch.
Well, it's coming.
And I feel like Ronda has to win. She has no choice. She has to win.
It's winner take all, basically.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
With this thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so what'd you think of this year's Super Bowl? What'd you think of that?
I loved it. I was going for the Broncos. I put money down on the Broncos.
Now, hold on a second. With who? With who?
With a lot of people. Some athletes,
Do you want to call any of them out here on the Rich Show?
A good friend of mine. There's someone out there who
I think I know who that person might be.
A little chump change.
They may ply their trade in Los Angeles?
Yeah,
okay.
Something like that. Georgia boy.
So now, why did you like Denver? Because there weren't many of you out there.
Yeah, you're right. I chose Denver because of what was at stake. I knew that I was at the Super Bowl when Peyton Manning lost against the Saints. I was there in Miami for that one. And it's just too much at stake. The way they lost against Seattle, no legend can go out like that. And for him to redeem himself and understand once again what's at stake, and then it's just his time. It's his time. We're talking he's close to retirement. You don't know if you can come back in the 2016-2017 season and get this close again. You have to seal the deal. Von Miller's there.
But that was Luke Kuechly on the other side, and that was Cam that everyone was assuming that Peyton would have to go point for point.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to happen. The defense, the Broncos' defense, incredible. I knew it was going to be a low-scoring game, but there was no way. And then Peyton's been there 4 times. Not taking credit from Cam, he's great, but I feel like, he worked hard to get to this point, Cam did, but I don't know if it was his time yet. Let's let the master seal the deal right off in the sunset.
Look at you. Because I thought it was Cam's time.
You did?
I did, because I thought what I saw from Cam and that offense, what they were doing, would be able to keep Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware somewhat off balance with all that, motion in the backfield and just try and jam it down their throat. Jonathan Stewart kind of gets dinged early on in that game, and Cam had a couple of drops and then and kind of got shut down.
Oh no, they were all
right from there on out.
They were on him. Those boys were on him. I've never seen Cam take that many licks.
Well, Brady 2 weeks before
was getting torn up too. Yeah, that defense is vicious.
I'm here with Shad Moss here on the Rich Eisen Show. What about your Falcons, though? What's going on with them?
We need Jesus. We need everything. We need everything.
I don't know if he's going to be available with the what pick, the 16th overall selection. I don't believe.
We need.
What do you believe in Matt Ryan still?
We pay Matt all that money. I want to say I do. Julio's doing his thing. We need a running back. We need a defense.
Well, Devontae Freeman is your guy if he can stay healthy. I mean, he looked he looked unstoppable the first 6 weeks. That's part of
right.
the reason why the team started so well.
Right. You're right.
Because he hit the end zone like darn near 3 times a game.
You're right. I do believe in Matt. I think we still have to keep Matt there, but we do need some additions. We definitely need some additions. No telling when those will come, but I'm gonna still ride for those Falcons. You know, I've been living in Atlanta predominantly my whole entire life, so
Sure.
I'm still a dirty bird at heart. But we got to get it together,
Right.
quick.
And the Hawks gave the Warriors a run for their money last night.
Yeah.
You think the Warriors break the Bulls' record when it comes down to it?
I was just talking to someone about this. I definitely think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen.
I think there's no question.
It's gonna happen. It's like how many games left? 20-something more games?
They're 54.
22.
They're 54-5, so that's 20. There's 22 games. It's 82 games. So they currently have 59 games. They have 23 games left.
Yeah, I think they can finish 70 and something for sure. They're gonna finish.
I think they're 75. I think they only lose twice the rest of the way.
I think so too. I really do.
And they've got 2 games in San Antonio. I think they lose one of them. And I think they win them all at home. And I think I'll just give them one more road loss, maybe when they go to OKC next again.
See, I think that when I saw the OKC game, I said, okay, Kevin Durant, they're going to get him this time because they beat him. I don't know if it was quite bad the first time they met, but people were looking forward to that game, and they went crazy. And then this game, Kevin Durant, those guys were giving them a major run for their money.
They sure were.
And I was getting ready to bet again, a friend of mine, and I said, there's overtime. You guys are up like 8. What you want to do? And he said, no, I don't want to bet because Steph Curry is not human. And I just have a feeling he's going to bring them back and within 30 seconds. And then next thing you know, there it is.
He's not human.
He's not human at all.
I don't know if there's a comparison right now in sports, Shad, anywhere else. The only one that I could try and compare him to, but it's not the same because he's not an MVP and he's not a champion yet, is Odell Beckham. Just the guy who you got to see him warming up.
You have to.
Okay, warming up is a show just as much as during the game.
You're right.
What he does during the game is somewhat unlike anybody else what they can do. Difficult to guard, okay? But that's the end of the comparisons. I don't know if there's anybody else I can't see in Major League Baseball.
No.
I'm just running through my head.
And then in basketball, when you become the best of something, the first comparison is to MJ. I think the only thing that I can compare them to is the fact that when Jordan came into the game, he was kind of he took the flying, he took the dunking, he took everything that Dr. J that we seen George Gervin and them guys do. He took it to new heights, and I think he was the first of his kind. I think that's really kind of like the only comparison I can give Steph and Mike. Is Steph is unlike anything that we've ever seen. Pulling up from 32, dribbling the way he's dribbling. I mean, every time he releases the ball, I'm like, it's going in, and it goes in. I don't know if Michael Jordan would even have enough guts to take that shot that Steph took with 3 seconds.
You're shocked when he misses.
Yeah, I think if B.J. Armstrong or Pippen took that shot, Jordan's on the sideline going crazy.
But how do you, and I know this is perfect 20/20 hindsight about this game that happened on Saturday, how do you not guard him when he's got the ball coming across half court, right? I mean, like, it's how do you not think the shot's going up at this point in time?
That's the thing that's tricky with Steph. Is you're not even thinking as soon as he crossed court, he's letting it fly.
He's dangerous the minute maybe at half court he's dangerous.
I agree. You have to. I think the only thing you can do is press him, full court press him from end to end.
Well, then the handle will come in, and then you're seeing his back as he's going. I mean, I love him. I can't rave enough about it.
Me neither. I don't know how you stop him.
Now, when you were doing Like Mike, did you meet Jordan at all at any point in time?
Not
back
during,
in that day?
Not during Like Mike, but I'm really good friends with Marcus Jordan and Jeffrey, which are his 2 boys.
Sure.
Marcus, I talk to Marcus all the time, good friend of mine. Still down in Orlando doing this sneaker thing that he's doing.
Sure.
He's opened up his own sneaker store, I believe.
Right.
So he's doing his thing, and very, very cool with Mr. Jordan. I saw Mr. Jordan, I call him Mr. Jordan. I
just heard that.
Yeah, I saw him last at the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight. In the hallway, we were talking.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was the last time.
What do you kick it about with him?
How's Marcus? Where's Marcus? How you doing? And
That's
little
cool.
stuff like that. Cool.
Okay. And did you ever think you could be like Mike back in the day? Yes?
I really believe that, Rich. I really thought that the shoes were going to make me, I think that's what Steph has. I think Steph has on those like Mike shoes.
Does he have those shoes?
Yeah, man. He has the magic shoes right now.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was. We had a great time.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah. And believe it or not, people wear that jersey, the Calvin Cambridge jersey.
Still.
That's like a styling thing right now. The people
Isn't that amazing?
wear that jersey. Yeah.
How many years ago was that? Did you have that?
2002.
2002?
Yeah, 2002.
01, 02, something like that.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Long
It's coming
time
up on 15 years for that movie.
It doesn't feel like
Around
it
the
at
corner,
all.
15 years.
Amazing.
We'll take a break. Is that cool if we take a couple phone calls?
Let's talk some sports. Let's do it.
844-204-RICH. You want to talk to Shad Moss. And when we come back, because you are so knowledgeable with sports, I'm going to want to know if you could critique Snoop's work at the Super Bowl.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
For this show.
Okay.
You saw that. Did you see what he did?
I did see him.
Okay. That's next here on The Rich Eisen Show. Back in a minute. Welcome back to The Rich Eisen Show. Man known by his stage name Bow Wow. You can follow him on Twitter at @SMoss. But, of course, Shad Moss is best known right now for being one of the stars of CSI Cyber that airs again tonight on CBS and every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern on CBS through the end of the season, which is March 13th, right before March Madness begins. Do you have a college team that you follow? College hoops that you're into?
I do.
Which one?
Man. I am a Blue Devil. I like Duke. I've been a Duke fan my whole life.
So you're a front runner, in other words. You're a front runner. Right? So when do you start? You start with the Leitner? When do you start? When do you start picking
around that Grant Hill, Jay Will era.
Okay.
Right around that time.
Okay. So if Duke falls, somehow, some way in hard times for a year or 2 years, you're still with them?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Coach
Just want to make
K,
sure.
that DNA runs deep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I'm a Michigan guy, and it's just tough to root for Duke.
Yeah,
Because of those Fab Five Duke years.
Yeah.
Really, cut deep.
I know.
Cut deep a little bit.
Yeah.
But obviously what Coach K stands for and who he is and all those guys.
Legend.
Okay. Who's the best Dookie of all time, would you say then?
Ooh,
Yeah. Throwing that out at you then.
Ooh, the best Dookie of all time. I guess because of the era and when I caught Duke to watch Grant Hill, before the ankle, before the what was it, the Achilles or ACL, whatever it was. Yeah, before the injuries, just to watch him do damage, that was incredible. And then his rookie year when he went to Detroit and whatnot, and how he was playing above the rim, and it was G Hill for me.
Yeah, he called in yesterday's show.
He did?
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, I like Grant Hill.
He is great.
Good guy too.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go a la Abdul Nabi on me for a second.
Danny Ferry?
Said Danny Ferry? Well, that predates even all of that. Sure. Let's
shooter.
Let's take a phone call. Desmond in Louisiana. You are on with Shad Moss here on the Rich Eisen Show. Desmond,
How you doing, Rich?
how are you?
I'm great. I wanted to ask a follow-up on the question about the Steph Curry and his takeover on the NBA.
Sure.
There seems to be like when LeBron was winning his first championship and he beat Kevin Durant, and maybe a lot of people were saying maybe 4 or 5 years down the road that this will be Durant's league. And that was around the time Stephen Curry was having all his ankle problems, and now it's just, this guy, he's just a freak of nature. I mean, every time I even turn on my TV, it's mind blowing that he takes these shots. Because anybody else in the league, if you take that shot, that will automatically give you a spot on the bench. So, this guy he's unreal. I've never seen anything like it. I'm calling it. He's the best shooter in the league. He's amazing.
Thanks, Desmond. Appreciate it. Yep.
I got to take it further than what Des said. I agree with Magic Johnson. The kid's the best shooter of all time. I'm taking it to that extent. I'm a big Bird fan. I like Bird. I like Dirk. I like Ray Allen. I've seen what Reggie Miller could do. But this guy he's in a whole nother league. Like you said, how he practices these shots. So, and I watched the post-game interview, how calm he was. And he said, I had confidence all night. I saw it was open, so I took it.
It's the best. I honestly do love everything about him. I love his where he's from, his family.
Yeah.
I do love when he brings his kid. I don't mind it
Yeah,
at all.
me too.
His game. Who came on here? It was it Marlon Wayans who came on here? And he called him Tweety Bird.
Oh, yeah. Tweety Bird.
With a Tweety Bird, this big old Tweety Bird head. He looks like a cartoon character in a way. He looks like somebody you can approach.
Yeah.
And then as you could say the too, Shad, and in many of your endeavors, what the fans say about you is terrific, and you can't do without that. But when it's your peers,
Yeah, man.
it's a different story. And the tweets
Oh, my gosh. LeBron.
from the rest of the NBA
Current players.
after Saturday night, current players, Lillard, Wade.
LeBron. Magic's not current, but Magic commented. But yeah,
all of them were like, "This guy's ridiculous."
I don't think it's LeBron's league no more. I really don't. I think
incredible.
I think it was. I just said this yesterday. LeBron went to the finals 4 years straight. I think that was his time to solidify it. Maybe 3 out of 4. Of course, it's better than 2 out of 4. Maybe 4 out of 4. That was his time to do it. And I think it gets tougher and tougher. And this kid it's his time. He's taking the crown from LeBron. He beat him in the finals. He did that, and he's potentially going to be a back-to-back champion.
Well, I was asked by Sports Illustrated to, with a bunch of other folks, to say who's going to be the athlete or sports figure of the year of 2016. And I said it was Curry.
Big time.
Because here's Curry coming off of his NBA championship. Can he do it again? And what we've said, backing up his MVP season with a better year. And we're all forgetting the Summer Olympics are right on the back end of this. This guy's going to win gold. So he's going to go from the NBA season, winning what we're all expecting to be back-to-back championships, and then go to the Olympic stage and do that, and then come back to an NBA season again to leave us all wondering how much better he can get.
And the thing is this, the proof's in the numbers. He set the record, the three-point record, last year. He beat it this year, his own record.
Already.
With 24 games left.
This is ridiculous. It's almost like they need to investigate the balls that they're shooting
Well,
with.
it's funny what you said about LeBron. Do you think when this season began, it was still LeBron's league, and Steph has taken it during this season with what they've been doing as a team?
I did. When this season started, I said, okay, Kyrie will get healthy and,
Love's back.
This is what LeBron needed, right? I give him a fair shot. It's still his league. He's the best all-around player. But when it went 10-0, 15-0, 19, 21, 30-0, I'm like, what in the world is going on? I mean, they beat every team in the league.
Everyone, including LeBron, on Christmas Day.
And my pick this year was the Spurs. I said the Spurs are going to do it. This will be the year San Antonio do it.
Now let's pump the brakes on the Warriors talk, because you and I will both know that they love the fact that they've got 50 wins and nobody's talking about them.
That's what they do.
And that it's going to come time in the same way that you talked about how in the Super Bowl, it's Peyton Manning's time. He's going off into the sunset, blah, blah, blah. This is Tim Duncan's time, too.
You're right.
Okay? And Duncan, as we know, has taken some time during the season to keep himself fresh. Popovich is as great as he's the Belichick of his sport and his era. They lurk. They lurk, and I mean, I don't know when they're going to see him.
You're on to something, because
they lurk.
Think of this.
Yes.
They did not meet San Antonio in the playoffs to get that championship.
No, the Clippers knocked them off
There you
last
go.
year. Barely.
So it's not like we haven't seen them in a series yet. So it could
in the Curry era.
There you go. So it could get interesting. With that defense, Kawhi and
the
those
thing
guys.
we were talking about, Chris and I were talking about yesterday, that the thing that you have to do is make Curry work defensively.
Yes, tire him out.
And who's going to do that on the Spurs? Russell Westbrook can do it. Paul can do it in terms of being that mega offensive nexus of a team.
Yeah, I think Tony...
Can Tony Parker do that, right?
They still have 3 games left against the Spurs.
Man, oh, man.
Not till March 19th.
Yeah, Tony's going to have to run. Yeah, he's going to have to run around some screens. He's going to have to tire that kid out. You got to tire him out. You got to wear him out. You got to tire him out.
Grant in Portland, Oregon, you're on with Shad Moss here on the Rich Eisen Show. Grant?
Thanks for having me on.
You got it. Thanks for calling.
So you got to give Damen Lillard some credit right now. Granted, I think Steph Curry is the MVP, but Damen Lillard has got to get at least a few votes here and there for MVP, because, I mean, he's averaging the same stats that Derrick Rose averaged when he won MVP. And the Portland Trailblazers, after losing 4 starters, are in playoff contention. Maybe you get up to the 5th seed. You also got to look at Terry Stotts for Coach of the Year, because, losing 4 starters, that's a wonderful job by Coach Stotts. And no discredit to Steve Kerr or Luke Walsh, but I could go out there and coach the Warriors to 72 wins.
Grant, I appreciate your call, and I hear what you're saying. I mean, Lillard That's the last All-Star game he's not making.
Yo,
Number
for
one.
sure.
Number one. Number two, I mean, they're 5 games over 500. I mean, it's tough to throw them in the mix with the Warriors. They have done things that deserve some due. But
Yeah, I agree. I did see, to his point, though, Damian did put up 50-plus on Steph that night.
last team to beat him, correct?
Sure did.
He put up 50-something, and he had a point to prove. I give him that. And they're saying that Damian and what's the team?
McCollum?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like next to Steph and
Clay?
Clay. That's the second best backcourt in the league, is the merge of these two guys right now.
You make the case for Steph Curry as most improved player. Everyone says C.J. McCollum is that guy
Right.
who will end up
Yeah.
winning that award.
Yeah.
He could. Let's take before we take a break. You want to take a quick look at Snoop's work?
Oh yeah, let's check
Play
it
the
out.
Peyton Manning, Mike Norris. This was the quintessential exchange between Snoop at the Super Bowl.
Let's see this. Come on, Unc.
First of all, can I get a 50% discount on Papa John's pizzas when I'm in the state of Colorado?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is it fair to say that you're getting advice from Archie and Eli?
Snoop, I've always enjoyed my conversations with my dad and Eli. I had dinner with Eli the other night, and he and I talked about a lot of things, but, certainly he played against these guys earlier in the year, and we talk about the practice routine and kind of the setup. My dad's always been a great sounding board for me throughout my lifetime, and so I'm very grateful to have both of those guys that have played in the NFL, still are in the NFL, to be able to talk to. So I feel very fortunate.
What do you think of my credentialed Mr. Correspondent right there?
I like that. I like it. Snoop's a football coach. He knows his football.
He does.
He's very passionate about the game. I like that. They should let Snoop do more.
Well, as long as we can credential him, he will be doing that for this show.
That's
He says he
excellent.
wants to be part of the media when he's done rapping, is what he said.
That's excellent.
When he's done with his music career.
That's excellent. I think he should do. I think sports.
Wouldn't you want to hear what he has to say?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. I like that.
All right. Is he the most knowledgeable member of the music society? Would you say that? Sports knowledgeable?
Oh yeah, big time. I would say Snoop,
Who else?
Ice Cube.
Well, Cube wants the Raiders to come home.
Oh yeah. Wait, he wears black every day.
That's
Even on Christmas, Cube's wearing black. So yeah, he's a diehard Raider.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Snoop, Cube, Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine is a big sports fanatic. And off head, those are the 3 guys.
Okay.
Little Wayne is a big sports fanatic as well.
Did I see Luda behind the bench of the Hawks Warriors game in Atlanta? Would that make sense? That he's right? I mean, right there, like he was like if he wanted to grab a grease board and draw up a play, he would have been able to do that.
Probably so. Probably supporting the hometown
I thought I
team.
saw him back there. Hey, it's great to see you, Shad.
You too, Rich.
Please
Thanks,
come back
man.
anytime you want, even whether
Thank
you're
you.
promoting CSI Cyber or not.
Thank you.
But in the meantime, I'll watch it tonight and Sunday, 10 p.m.
right.
Eastern. Double dip of CSI Cyber every single week until the end of season 2 on
Correct.
CBS. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Rich. I
bet.
appreciate you, man.
Back
Thanks
with
so
more in a
much.
moment to wrap up the show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.